And you know I'm bound to thank you for it. Na 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 na. I got a poor connection, what a surprise. Yeah, I can't ever get it good. I don't know why I can't. All right. All right, we got around 9 people on here. Jason Jordan in the house. Hit him with the hind. Yeah. 94 GT Coupe. Always a poor connection. What's up, Ben? My man 94 GT Coupe, man, he has a pretty cool deal. We were talking on Instagram. He has the rigid fan. And he doesn't have a rigid battery, so what he's using is an old Craftsman, I believe, NiCad battery that he's got hooked up to it. Is that right, 94 GT? And what is your name, by the way? Hey, Nick, you finally caught one, bud. Yeah, man. Awesome, dude. Awesome. All right, yeah, so we got like 15 people. Just another... No, sir, it is a lithium-ion XCP. Okay. That thing is a big, bulky piece. But, yeah, figured I'd just do a quick, I'm just hanging out in here tonight. Just trying to clean up a little bit. And... get ready. Hopefully tomorrow this one will be out. This video for Peekaboo. Peekaboo. What is it? Hey, Snow 1982. How you been, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Sam, what's up? Liberty Bell. What is it? Peekaboo. Who's got it? First guy to guess it gets... Can I do like little emojis or... It is not a impact. No, not an impact. All right. I'll let you in. Na 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 na. That's about all I'm going to show. This is the hydraulic oil pulse. I don't want to say impact driver. Obviously, it looks just like one. But it doesn't actually impact. It works more actually like a drill driver than an actual impact driver. But it's the Surge, baby. Now, this is the Stealth. Surge is the Milwaukee, Ben. Yeah, so we're gonna get to her, and you know I don't want to even talk about it. We'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, so we had a seal coating gig today, and if you guys know, I use a Makita hammer drill. I couldn't seem to find it today, so I have an old one of these. Like, if you know and follow, I have an old 771 and an old DCF 885 in my truck. That's been there probably for like 3 or 4 years now. But I kind of forgot about that because I always use my Makita, and I grabbed this today and it worked pretty damn good. The rigid Stealth Force, Jason. Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? I put a picture on Instagram because you know what? There's not a better use than to burn one of these 771s up. But I've used the 771 before when my battery died on my Makita. And this thing works fine. But I had it out. So I figured, yay. The price, Jason Jordan, of this. Now I got this probably a good 3 months ago. I think it was 179. Yeah, 179 was the price. Two 2 amp hour batteries. Obviously a charger. I want to set this charger up. I like the way this kind of just, sits here, man. It's, I can probably put it right here. I got to do something, man. I'm going to put my Bosch radio up here, and I'm going to get a Echo, Amazon Echo, and, those, your 771 have chuck problems? Nah, I mean, like I said, it has that electric clutch thing. It doesn't bother me, man. It really doesn't. Yeah, these people don't like this, and they don't like the 780. They're very similar. 780 has a little bit more power, a little bit more refined, if you ask me. But I like using these 771s. I got a couple of these in a kit. Well, this is the last one I got. I gave a couple out as gifts. Oh, yeah. But, so, like I said, I'm probably just going to throw this in my truck and just keep it there. Speaking of charger, how's the charge count going? We're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well here. Actually, this one we just put on today. I took 2 new ones and I put it outside into the truck. And that's a thing, man, I gotta stop doing. Because let me tell you, it's been getting, well, we haven't had too hot of a weather where I'm at the last couple days, but it gets hot in your trucks, man. And, and I have a black truck, so try to, if you do, you guys know, just try to keep them out of the heat because you will burn through them quick. It drains some power, man. I can tell you, because sometimes I leave my trimmer in the back of my truck and I got the battery on it and we'll go out for lunch and that thing is like touching a hot coal. And I'm like, man, I could have remembered I had 3 charges on that. 3 bars, and now I got like 2 after using this thing for a couple minutes, man. But, yeah, so another thing, too, we're getting closer to my boys' show. It's premiering July 11th on the DIY Network, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Rustic Renovations. The only reason I saw it is because of my boy here. They're going to be sending me some stuff. And here's my other man. I don't know if I should be giving his phone number out there. But, yeah, so we're going to really... Joe, I just got the stuff for us. Oh, you did, Joe? I got to check out your Instagram. Joe's a cool dude on Instagram. Man, he's been on there with me since I started, man. Joe was one of the first dudes. He's pretty much like me, man. And you can interrupt me, Joe, if I'm wrong. But Joe is a Makita, Milwaukee guy. Loves the DeWalt's. But he does, he's all around. He's has a lot of different brands, man. I think you're in every platform, right, Joe? Aaron, what's up? Hey, Matthew or Tony. 3ENC. We got to change that name, bro. I'm going to start calling you 3. So, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. 33. I'll call you 33. Alright, so, yeah, let me... and you know what's cool, guys? And I wanted to mention this, too. That's why I kind of have this DeWalt thing out here. So, I have... my power station, I'm hooked up to this, guys. Again, because I know. And let me tell you, this thing, I'm gonna do maybe a separate video on these again. I never done one kind of together of the 3 that I have, but I won't touch another power source. And it's not that it's a Milwaukee, it's that it's just a 12 volt and it's tiny. I mean, I got the rigid one up here. It's cool. My kid uses this one a lot. Actually, I had to take the battery away from her because she was like using it as her main. That's the thing with these power sources, man. They don't, the kids, and I'm getting into it now too a little bit, but I have my charger back. But they don't want to charge their iPads and their tablets. They don't want to put them on the charger anymore. They want to use these, and I'm like, these are just for an emergency, man. Carl B. Gideon, and Gambino Diaz Lawn Care Service. Joe Ray checking in from KC. What's up there, Joe? Where was I? Oh yeah, so that's the only reason. You know, I was thinking about getting the Bosch one because I got all these Bosch batteries, man. And I'm like, you know what? What's a good way of me to, you know, let's start using some of these batteries, man. But they want like $60 for their freaking power source. Bosch, get a life, dude. It ain't happening. No. 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 Oh, all right. So yeah. So anyone who has this, now you guys, I did a video, man. Probably one of my first videos ever, guys, was on this DeWalt portable multi-level workshop. And, you know, just talking about it. Ben, you should check out Black & Decker lithium-ion driver. I know you don't like Black. No, it's not that I don't like them, Ben. It's been doing good for about a year. Great price. That Bosch is, yeah, man. And I love them. I used to love him. When I started this channel, I loved Bosch was my favorite. That's all I had, man. Bosch, baby. But, yeah, so, no, Black & Decker's cool, man. I would really like to, and I think I'm going to be doing some stuff like that, man. There's a couple new impact drivers and impact driver drill and like just new companies out there. You know, I'm sure you guys heard of Wen. I really like Wen. It's a Home Depot type of brand. I used their planer. This was probably, man, it was last summer doing a deck. He had a Wen planer, and this freaking thing worked like a mofo. And I'm like, man, what the Wen? What is this shit? And I've heard of Wen. I'm just like, you know. He's like, yeah, I got this at Home Depot. I got it on the, you know, I got it online. It was like $160 for a freaking planer, man. And this thing worked like a beast. It's only $60, Ben. Oh, the Black & Decker. Milwaukee's gonna kill that DeWalt tote when pack. These totes. I don't see a tote. But, all right, yeah. So Wen, I was, you know, Wen, and they also make a lot. Wen has so many freaking tools out there, guys, and I'm sure you guys heard of them. Wen is shit Harbor Freight level tools. Yeah, I mean, you know, you could say the same thing about Black & Decker. You could say the same thing about Ryobi. I know many people that say the same thing about Rigid. So, you know. Just because they're cheap in price doesn't mean that they, you know, don't have a purpose. And I can tell you right off the bat, for me, for the amount of times that I'm going to use a planer, that Wen planer is definitely a great idea. And he's having great success out of it. Yeah, but they have like a bench grinder too. I don't know if I have anything Wen. But anyway. So, yeah, so they have like an impact driver and drill. That was like freaking $50 for this impact, dude. $50 for an impact, a battery, and a charger. I'm like, shit, you know what? Let's put this Wen to the test, man. And, you know, kind of do like a tools in action type of thing, man. Maybe get a couple impacts and drop them off my truck and run them over with my tire and, you know, maybe dunk them in some water, and let's just see how the Wen can do, man. Yeah, Beantown boys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Harbor Freight has some, hey, man, everything, listen, they wouldn't be in business if everything they made was garbage. Now, obviously, we don't go that route here. We kind of, that's why I really don't do Black & Decker. It's not, and, you know, a lot of people ask me about the Cobalt. The Cobalt, you got to get Cobalt. And it's not that, you know, I wouldn't like to try it. I really don't go to Lowe's, for one. But second, you know, I just have no, you know, I don't know if you guys are going to like it, even though I get a lot of responses on it. Just tune in. You didn't miss much, Abraham. You never miss much. Did not know the Wen made. Yeah, WEN. Yeah, Wen, and there was another company that they had too. That was like cheap. It was like 50 or $60. So I was like, you know what? Let's do like a poor man's impact beat up challenge. Yeah, baby. So anyway, this is multi-purpose station. So this has been in my truck for like probably a month, and I just kind of, and I really wanted to change batteries once, but charging different batteries, and I'm like, all right, let me get it out of there. It's getting hot. We used it with the pole saw the other day, but I'm like, this fucking. Oh, excuse me, guys. I didn't mean to swear. I don't swear on this channel. I try not to. I do sometimes, but you guys know. Use Wen versus Kawasaki Impact Challenge. I don't know if they sell Kawasaki there. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I came in here and I'm like, where the hell am I going to put this goddamn power station now? Because I had it in there, for the fall and the winter and shit. But, I'm like, oh, man, it was like right here for the day. I'm like, man, hey, watch it. You can type it. I don't mind, of course, because no one will ever see you. I wish that this stuff would come up on the video, though, because I always get, what I get a lot of? Oh, I'm doing a live video, and, oh, what's going on with your camera? Get a new camera. What's it, from 1980? I'm like, well, it was live, man. Like buffers and all that. Because a lot of people don't even know that I'm doing a live video, man. But anyway, so I got this, I need a place to put it. And I'm like, you know what? Let me close this hatch here, and maybe I'll put this Evolution circular saw on top of it. I'm like, that ain't gonna work. So, dude, this freaking thing. Now, if this had those clamps, like the tough cases here, the tough boxes, this thing would snap right in. This is, like, on there. Like, look. I'm gonna show you. Like, I'm gonna try to... The whole thing shakes because it has such a grip. It's into some kind of groove. So, man, this is like another great idea. And I got one of these for my father-in-law. He's a contractor. And, he's older now. So his whole contract... He likes coming and working on his kids, doing decks or doing something. And he brings this thing with him everywhere. He put a handle on this. He got a I don't know, a $3 handle, and he put a handle on it. So when he gets it out of his truck, he thought I was the best thing ever when I bought him this goddamn thing. But anyway, yeah, so like, man, it would be a great idea. I mean, obviously, it's the same kind of thing as the tough system, but what's cool about this is, the problem with the tough system, and it's not really not a problem, but you can really only get at what's on top. You know what I'm saying? So, something like this, I mean, once you park this thing, all you got to do is unclip it, and it slides out. So now you got 1 level, 2 level. Obviously, if you're going to have your power station on there. But you know what? It's not really that heavy, this thing. And that's another great thing about this. You can lift it up if you got to get something out of there. But, you could fit so many impacts in there and all that stuff. This thing is great. I always wish that Milwaukee would come out with something, like this. But this has been good. This kind of is, it's a, it has wheels on it. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But, yeah, so it just sat on there perfect. But it's another great, thing to walt in. Now, I don't know if they did it on purpose. I doubt it. But, I have the Tough System wall mount. It makes getting to what you want easy. The wall mount. The Tough System wall mount. That sounds pretty cool. I don't know what it is. You mean the one with the drawers? The wall mount, like the little, I don't know. Put everything on top. Everything on top. Yeah, man. There's nowhere, man. I got to get a rigid impact. This is getting out of control. I got to really get that enclosed trailer. And I'm telling you, I'm thinking about getting that enclosed trailer just as like a shed, man. Just so I can, you know, literally it's a shed. You know, that's what I was thinking too. Like, you know what? I'm going to, you know, if you guys follow me, you know, my plan was building a, I don't know, 12 by 16 shed for a couple years. I talked about it on my last live hangout there, but you need, yeah, dojo, no doubt, dude. But, you know, obviously just getting the time to do it, man. But then I was thinking, man, I mean, you know, with materials and I mean, this thing's gonna cost money. You know what? An enclosed trailer. Not only is it, you know, I'll probably get a 6 by 12. Not only is it all built, but it's got wheels and I can move it anywhere I want. And obviously, I'll be using it for this stuff. So I don't know what I'm doing. But, build it on, yeah, I've seen some people do it, dude, Jason, absolutely. But yeah, man, I was pretty shocked and surprised that it fits on their multi, it's like a first. I might put a picture of it on Instagram, so if anyone, you know, you don't hear much about this multi-level workstation here, man, but it's pretty cool. It's got a lifetime warranty on it. This has been in here, guys, for like 3 years. This is like the newest model, and I remember when it came out because I got it within like a month. Because I was gonna get the there's like an older model that there's no yellow here. This is black. It's all black. It does the same exact thing, but this is just yellow. And it was like $10 cheaper. I think I paid like 89 bucks for this. But you know what? It's cool. You know, you can put a lot of little knick-knack shit in it. You got a lot of space on the bottom. I mean, I don't even take advantage of it. And I really should, and that's what I'm going to start doing. You know, I got an angle grinder in here. And this is what, if GT Coupe is here, man, this is what that Craftsman battery looked like, man. Look at this angle grinder. This is how much power. I tried charging this thing, man. This NiCad shit. What year is this sucker from? 2007, man. 2007. Shit. But, yeah, I found this little bag. Craftsman batteries, essentially, right over, yeah. What I don't like about trailer, if they steal your trailer. Yeah, good point. But they have all types of locks. I mean, shit. Plus, I mean, you got it. Yeah, I mean, if you live in the woods, but, I mean, you got someone in a residential neighborhood that pulls up to your yard. I mean, anything could happen to you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I found this little bag, and this is a great shot. Whoa! Jesus! So I found this little bag, and this is what I was doing before. I started my live broadcast here tonight. This is what I was doing. So I had this little bag, man. I'm like, you know what? This would be another great thing. I might put this in my Ultima, but I'm like, nah. And I saw this was in actually my mobile workstation. I love this thing, and a lot of people have been talking about the I get a lot of comments on that video I did with this. But yeah, I got the stapler in here. I got a couple staples. I got a cheap dollar level here that I needed one day, and I actually got this at the dollar store. And yeah, and I got one of those the knife thing, and I had an extra one. This is one's, but I threw that in there. Yep, you can use, not with this one. Actually, I think you could with this one, to be honest with you. They make one that specifically, this is, I see, I don't know if this one can. I have to actually watch my video, to be honest with you, to know if that one does it. They do make, obviously, and it works great. Some little dude did a video on it, and it did pretty good, man. Yeah, I did you know, that Milwaukee nailer, man. I have that too. I got to do a review on. I'm gonna really get these out now. These vids on, you know, the stuff that I kind of have here. We're gonna do the Stealth. We're gonna do the you know, the Milwaukee hydraulic, the Pulse. We're gonna do the Milwaukee fuel brushless finish nailer, 16 gauge. We're gonna do that. We're gonna start getting into some wood stuff. The weather's pretty good now. I can set some shit up outside, and we can get to the circular saws. But yeah, so I got my outside radio now that I'm gonna kind of use, like that Bosch I love. I'm gonna set it up in here, man, and I'm gonna hook up, like I said, an Echo to it, the Amazon Echo. I mean, this is just out of control, man. There's gonna be like a fire down here, man. Ryobi made a oil-filled one. Yes, they have a hydraulic one out also. All made by TTI. And actually, Makita has one. I think they may have made the first one. It never really got I don't know. You guys, you Makita guys, didn't that come out almost like 2 years ago? They had like an oil pulse impact. Maybe it wasn't that long ago, but yeah, so the whole point of this workshop, but you know what? I'll have to save it for another one, guys, because this got out of control. So next shop talk, it's a little loud. Yeah, I don't think, you know, I played with these, and, you know, a lot of people are going to say, hey, let's put this up against the Milwaukee. And if you guys really want to see it, we'll do something. This is going to win. You know, we did the video at the Milwaukee event back in, April. You know, it was a Milwaukee Day event outside the depot. I talked them into it, and you talked them into it. You guys wanted to see it. But, you know, the weight of this, and it's a big, bulky, I don't want to, so this is what my plan was, to kind of talk about this. But since I've been on here 30 minutes, man. Hey, Tony M, thanks, bud. Every live video, yeah, you damn it, right? It does, Jason. It is craziness that goes on in this shop. Bobcat. Yeah, nothing ever gets accomplished. Nothing ever gets accomplished, man. Story of my life. So we're going to put her over here, man. And I promise, because I don't want to waste, you know, this is like a 5-6-year-old radio. And I always said, I always wanted it. And I still think it's one of the best out there. I love the setup of it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. It was $59. So that rigid one is a mess. It's a cinder block. You're talking about the oil. Yeah, it's big, man. And you know the thing with these, man, is you know, my experience with them real quick is, you know, they're great. I think they work better with like lag bolts. Only because, like, with screws, it screws them in so fast that it's not very accurate. Like, you know, as soon as you're hooked up, bzz, I mean, the speed of these things are absolutely amazing. And I think the speed is more of the glamour of this tool, is more of the perks of it than the silence. I mean, I don't know. It ain't like impacts are really, really loud. And, I mean, some people can say that's the leading cause of hearing loss in the construction field. And, you know, it could be, guys. But, you know, it ain't like they're whisper silent. I mean, we'll do something where you're going to hear the difference. And it's definitely not as loud. But, you know, the speed of it is what I really like. Hey, Ariel. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. But yeah, so getting, you know, real quick, you know, when you use one of these pulse ones, like I said, they go in so quick that sometimes you're just not accurate. You know, like if you're doing something, you know, like with lag bolts and like outside deck work or something where, You know, the speed is good. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but, you know, I don't know. Just something to think about. They're great. You know, a lot of people who have them, I mean, not too many people have talked about this one, but the people who have the Milwaukee absolutely love it. And, you know, it's definitely a speed demon. It's a speed demon. So, all right, boys. Yeah, leading cause of hearing loss is your boss screaming at you. Yep, that's it, Dojo. It's not the impacts. It does get loud in a tin can with 15 trades dipping with the impact. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think the saws are more of the hearing issues that go on, you know, in these sites and even in your own little workshop. I mean, the impacts, hey, and don't get me wrong, they're loud and everything. And it's a great, you know, I think it's more of, hey, they found out that these things are less quiet than an impact. And hey, you know what? Let's brand it. Not only is it, you know, really fast. I think the whole point of these hydraulic things, hydraulic oil tools, are the speed. You know, it just turns. There's no impacts. Like I said, it's more like a drill driver than an actual impact. That's why when I was, guess what it is? And all you guys said impact drivers, you know. But definitely I think the circular saws and, you know, the miter saws and the recip saws are the, I mean, yeah, it always slips off the screw. Yeah, you know, that's the thing, man. Sam knows what I'm talking about. So, yeah, exactly, 2000 ice. You know, I think it's more of, man, you can sink those lag bolts in there like a biatch, you know? And, you know, when you're doing like screws, man, it's tough because it's so much freaking power. And, you know, they shake a little bit. You guys know. I mean, for all you guys that have these hydraulic oil-based units, you know, when even like when you're maybe doing like a bigger lag bolt, you know, the impacts don't really do what these things do. I'm telling you, it's like a drill. But and your wife, yeah, yeah, wobbles, yeah. So 2000 nice knows what I'm talking about. So, and I'll get into that when I discuss it. I mean, it's definitely has their perks and it's a great idea, and I think they're great. And this is, if you're looking for the most powerful, see, I kind of getting off, and you're going to hear all this again when I do my review, guys, so I'm sorry, but this is probably, well, not probably, this is the most powerful oil hydraulic unit out there. So, you Milwaukee guys, but I would rather have the Milwaukee strictly because of the size and the bulkiness of this. And the power difference really isn't that crazy. And it's just more comfortable. You know, and that's the thing. I don't, you know, if you don't like rigid impact drivers, you're not going to like this one either. Even though it's a Pulse. Because it feels just like it. It's, you know, to me, they're just not comfortable impacts. So, but great tool. Don't hate me. Please. Please. If they had a low speed or a self-tap mode that picks up speed, it would be sold. Yeah, and I'm sure they're working on that as we speak, buddy. Well, I don't know about rigid, but I'm sure Milwaukee is. But yeah, and you know, I'll talk about that too. I don't want to get too crazy with it. I've been told the Hilti is pretty comfy, looks like a brick. Hilti is a bunch of overpriced garbage, if you ask me. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's good stuff, but those prices are freaking out of their mind. Out of their mind. Out of their gorge. And I've used them, you know. Yeah, $750 for an impact. And some of them are not even brushless, man. It's like, dude, seriously? Because you're going to give me 2 years replacement or some bullshit. Listen, I'll buy my Milwaukee, and if it breaks down and has to go to the shop, I'll buy a $50 Ryobi. And I'll still spend a third to a half of what that freaking Hilti was. Sorry. They're just out of their goddamn minds. And I'm not taking it anymore. I won't stand for it. You know what I'm saying? They have odd batteries like 3.4 amp. Hilti, let the company pay for it. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people do. Exactly. Dojo's the Dojo. From a couple of his answers and comments, I can tell he's a very knowledgeable tradesman who I believe works in heavy-duty construction. Am I right, Dojo? 'Cause I never met you before. What's up, Chris? Chris is in the house. How's the hammer drill going, my man? You got to check out my man, Chris. Chris has been pumping out some videos. Hey, Choke Madman, what's up? What up? I worked in the electrical field. Yeah, but you probably did like, you didn't do residential stuff. You were doing new construction, right, Dojo? I'm a plumber. We have Hilti, jackhammer, and vac. Oh, that's cool. I use the company buying power, but I pay back every because I leave them. Yep. Good, no problems. Yeah, see, Dojo? I know you. I know you, man. I know who you are. Oh, I just saw the pricker. See that? That is a pricker. I had to pull out when I was doing that. DeWalt power station, we were doing a cleanup and it got, oh, did this hurt? Oh, man. Ryobi impact wrench. Excellent. Yeah, man. This thing's still fucking, oh, this thing's still, you know, it shuts off once in a while when you're doing some strong impacting. You got to take the battery out and put it back in. But where you at, Jason? Jason is in, oh, Jason Jordan. Yeah, Chris Jones. Yep. Chris Jones is my man from Nebraska. I was looking at airfare to Omaha. They're out of their freaking mind, Chris. I'm flying into Des Moines. How far are you from Des Moines? Oh, 2,000 nices. I knew there's like 3 or 4 you freakers, man, from Nebraska. Man, Tool Boss is popular in Nebraska, man. That's crazy. They love the Tool Boss there. 3 hours from Des Moines. I'm going to rent myself a little Hyundai Sonata or Hyundai Elantra and maybe do a tour there, bro. But yeah, so, alright. It's getting 40 minutes and I got to get out. I think that's about right, yeah. Probably a little longer than that. Try coming to Maine. Oh, I'll be coming to Maine. I might be buying a nice camper. I heard, man, I have a couple buddies that went up to Maine. They just got back from Maine. And they're campers. They love camping. And they went to some part of the beach island. If you say it, I'll know what it's called, buddy. Something Harbor. Where's Jason Jordan? Something Harbor. What state? I am in the beautiful, luxurious, breathtaking state of New Jersey. It is just gorgeous. Bar Harbor. I think that's it. I thought it started with an A. Might be Bar. It's probably Bar Harbor. You call me, I'll take the day off and give you a tour. Well, I don't know if you want a 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. Well, I don't know what's going on this summer. I don't know if I'll have it by this summer. I'm going to start really looking, though. Maybe I really want to get this camper, man, like, immediately. Like, this weekend, get on Craigslist. Bam. Bam. Oh, Chris Jones got a night. Yep. Yeah, it's tough, man, with these kids. I mean, my daughter, my son, though, is very calm, and he's a good boy. I got a 12, 8, and 4. Yeah, man, we all got the kids, man. Yep. So, you know, 9, 3, and 1. Oh, Chris. Wonder why you're so angry. Woof. Wow. That, yeah, 9-year-olds. Oh, the work. Yeah, Dojo. Dojo is a retired electrician. But, yeah. Oh, my man Chris. Yeah, check Chris's channel out too, guys. He's got a lot of Milwaukee stuff. If you're into Milwaukee, check out Chris Jones. Oh, you just don't work in the electrical field anymore, Dojo? I've never seen you before. I don't think I've seen you comment either. I would remember the name Dojo because I'm a Karate Kid fan. I used to love that movie. Dojos. Wake me up before you go to the dojo. Yeah, you knew. I told you knew. You knew. Alright, so that's it, boys. I'm out. Bobo out. But seriously, I appreciate all you guys coming in for 40 minutes. Instead of watching Full House, you just got to listen to really nothing important. You got to look at this. I comment a lot yet. No, stop it. 2009. I haven't heard from you, though, in a couple weeks. Or a week, at least. But, yeah, guys, definitely, like I said, I appreciate you coming in, man. Got tired a bit, yeah. What do you do now, Dojo? If you don't mind me asking. You a chef? I have a friend who was an electrician who's now a chef. And he regrets it every single day. He regrets it. Chopped liver. Yeah, right? He's not chopped liver. I won't forget you, babe. I won't forget you. Been out of town working. Oh, man. That's why. Oh, you're a hobo. There you go. On the public dime. Nah, you're probably doing good there, man. Alright, boys. Chopped liver is tasty, I'm told. Yeah, no one eats that crap anymore. I remember when I was a kid, I had to eat that shit. And I don't know what happened, man. Good song. Lay the old lady down to that. Yeah. And she'll throw me out of the freaking house. Liver and onions. Yeah, remember that shit? I had to eat that. I wasn't allowed to leave the table. Now these kids got the beats on their heads and they got the tablet and they're trying to eat. You know, trying to eat that shit. Because you ain't eating that with that stuff on your head. Get it off your head. Salt, cod, and potatoes. You got lobster up there, Jason Jordan, man. It's like that one episode of Seinfeld. They go up to Maine and Kramer's out there bringing in the lobster. Oh, yeah. Beets. Oh, beets are good, man. I love beets. I don't eat beets that much. I don't know why, but whenever I have beets, I love beets. I love canned beets. Chris's channel, Ariel. It's the Chris Jones channel. My name's Christopher Jones. I'm giving the kids the ice cream cones. Yeah, check out Chris Jones, man. Alright, guys. I will catch you on the next one, man. Just click on my name and you'll see it. Chris Jones, you owe me, man. You owe me dinner now. I'll give you a shout out. Yeah, man. Where the heck? Yeah. Ooh. Alright, boys. I will catch you on the flip. Love you. Peace.